Hello everyone, myself Shilpi Mutro, Assistant Professor of English in Falakata College, Alipurduar under North Bengal University. Today's lesson plan is based on Henry Derosio's poem Freedom to the Slave, which is in Core Course 3 under Unit 3 and is for the second semester students of English Honours who are under North Bengal University. Now, before we start with the poem, we need to understand what is the first vital word that is present in the title. And if the students read carefully, they can understand that the first vital word, and also you can say that this is the major theme, that is one of the major themes, I would rather say, that is present in the entire poem, is the concept of freedom. Now, what is freedom? Freedom is to be yourself, and freedom is when you honor your own being with self-esteem, and where you are no longer enslaved by anyone or by any country or jurisdiction. It is also like liberating your own spirit and soul, and you release yourself from any kind of bindings and captivity that is confining your present existence. The person or the one who is captivated is released from every form of confinement and imprisonment and can freely analyze his position, and he can be who he always wanted to be. And he is also the person, after gaining freedom, he can act according to his wishes and desires. And his wishes and desires now will never be questioned or judged by anyone because he is a free person. Earlier, he might be confined by certain restrictions or strictures that are appointed by the society or the colonizer, we might say, or the captivator. But here, after he gains his freedom, he is free to choose his own life by his own means. Henry Louis Vivian Derosio was an Indian poet with Portuguese origin, and he is also known as a great educator. He is also a philosopher, and his philanthropist nature have provided the readers the required amount of depth and insight that has been presented in the various kinds of subjects and topics that he have entertained or that he have used in his poems. And this has also made him extraordinary in his works. His critical thinking has led him to a different kind of pragmatism that actually enraptures the mind of the readers, who actually try to follow the universal truths that lie submerged within his works. His poem Freedom to the Slave starts with the famous quote of Sir George Campbell. He is actually known for the chairmanship of the Campbell Commission, which was in 1866. This statement or the quote that we find, "As the slave departs, the man returns," which is a very famous quote, and when we look through this quote or when we try to analyze this statement, we come to know or we come to analyze or interpret the fact that this quote comes from a person who himself is a colonizer. And it also seems to have an ironical intonation, as India was enslaved under the British rule for many years, and India only gained independence or freedom in 1947. So all the people of India or the Indians in general can actually understand how vital the concept of freedom is and how vital the concept of captivity is, because they have tasted freedom after a lot of struggle, and we must never forget that. So, as the poem starts, we can see the primary lines or the first few lines, which actually gives us a glimpse about the character and nature of freedom and how it is enjoyed by a person who has been enslaved for quite some time. How felt he when he first was told, "A slave he ceased to be"? How proudly beat his heart when first he knew that he was free. So, here the emphasis is more on the feeling, the kind of sentiment and the emotion that the person first felt when he was told, when he was informed by the authority that he is no longer a slave and his slavery has ceased to exist or has ended. How proud must he have been felt at that time? He must have been very proud of his own existence because he finally tasted freedom after being captivated for so long, and his heart started beating loudly. It is because of the excitement that he felt at that point of time that he felt proud, that he felt dignified, because his existence gathered a new meaning. A new form of identity was generated, because now he will not be known as a simple slave, but he will become a man. So this becoming a man is very important, because with this becoming we can see that his identity is also getting transformed, and now he won't have any general kind of identity, but he will be blessed with a kind of personal identity, or we can also say that his personal identity will come forward in front of everyone. To glow at once began. He knelt no more, his thoughts were raised, he felt himself a man. So these lines also highlight his condition. He started glowing from within. Why? Because this glow came from being happy. He was very happy. He seemed to be content with his position. So finally, his hard-earned freedom has given him some sort of happiness. Now he cannot be an enslaved person. He has started feeling and tasting his freedom. He knelt no more, because that is for a slave. Now he has attained some sort of freedom. Now he has attained some sort of dignity and honor and self-respect. Therefore, he is not going to kneel anymore. And his thoughts have been uplifted. He has been enlightened, illumined by the process of freedom. He felt himself a man. Now he is not a wretched creature, because we also know that a slave is a wretched creature. He is a creature, but the astonishing journey now he has undertook is from the creature to a man. Now he is a man. Therefore now he can be satisfied with his being, which cannot be compared with the nothingness, which cannot be compared with the nothingness that he felt when he was a slave. He looked above. He was happy, and therefore he looked at the heaven. Probably he desired to thank God or the Almighty. Around him, freshly blue, he smiled exultantly to see, as the wild birds as they flew. He looked upon the running stream that beneath him rolled away. So for the first time we can see that he is enjoying the beauty of nature. Earlier he had chosen to be a blind person and he was oblivious of the entire aspect, but now he has been provided with an exulting vision. So now he can enjoy the birds, now he can enjoy the river or the stream, and now he can enjoy the beauty, the picturesque nature of the beauty that has been well presented everywhere. Now for the first time he felt lively, because earlier he was not living in the true sense because he was enslaved, but now he felt like a living being for the first time, and cried, "I am free as they." Now he could sense the true meaning of freedom. Earlier he had just heard about the aspect of freedom, but now he could understand and interpret and also could feel the symbolic signification of freedom. So now he felt overjoyed, overwhelmed by the fact that he is as free as those birds which are flying above the sky and wants to go through the horizon. They wants to taste the freedom. So now he felt like those birds who are free. "O freedom, there is something dear even in thy very name." So now he can sense the rhythmic intonation or the rhyming quality of the word freedom. it has a fame. It is famous because freedom is what we all seek. We all human beings seek freedom, and none of us want confinement. That lights the altar of the soul, that actually enlightens the soul, that actually provides the path to the soul, and the path shows that the soul can be a true visionary with everlasting flame. It is because of the glow of the flame that he understood what his soul wants or what his soul is seeking. Success attend the patriot sword. So here again we come across the notion of patriotism, which is a very common theme, and which is a very significant theme for us, the Indians, who have known the concept of patriotism and how it has served us. And it is because of that patriotic feeling and those feeling of nationalism that we have finally gained or earned our freedom from the British rulers. That is unsheathed for thee, that is uncovered, and glory to the breast that bleeds. So he himself has been glorified, his soul has been glorified. Bleeds nobody to be free. Nobody bleeds for free. It is because of this patriotic feeling, it is because of this nationalistic fervor that we look up to, and we bleed for that. The chain a tyrant gave. And here we again know that the colonizers have colonized us, and the colonizers are more like the tyrants. And feeling for degraded man himself becomes a degraded person when he is enslaved and when he cannot live in an emancipated manner. So this kind of dejection, this kind of desolation, this kind of demolition and degradation that a person faces because he is confined, because he cannot enjoy his life by his own means. And feeling for degraded man gives freedom to the self and also to the slave, because earlier the slave was not quite conscious about what his self wanted, but once he tasted freedom and once he became an emancipated soul who worked for the empowerment of his own self, he understood the meaning of the self, and now he can easily present himself as the self and the one who were his captivators as the other. So now also we can find that there is a stark opposition that exists between the self and the other. If we compare the self with the captivated person and the other with the captivators, we can actually understand the real meaning which lies submerged within this text. I do not know who is that slave and who gave him freedom, but I share it with you all to share your viewpoints. Now, why this kind of aspect is coming? Because the poet wants the readers to be illuminated, the readers to be happy, the readers to share their viewpoint and insight, and also with depth they need to clarify and classify the level of freedom, and also they should understand that the person is an unknown slave whose personal identity has not been revealed, and so we do not know who his captivators were. But we can understand how delightful he is when he became free, when his soul became free, and therefore he became very happy. And therefore it is a happy Independence Day to everyone whose soul has been illuminated by freedom. Thank you, my dear listeners and students who have paid a patient hearing to me. I hope you like this lesson, and I hope you can understand the significance of this poem.
This and other episodes of Radio EduPods, Radio for Learning, are available on Listen to My Radio app at 6 p.m. from Monday to Friday and at 6 a.m. from Tuesday to Saturday. All episodes are available on Salesian TV YouTube channel. Share, like and subscribe Salesian TV, the ultimate learning resource channel.